this teeny tiny bathroom into my small home office. And one of my first projects in moving in that direction is to eliminate this toilet in the middle of my floor. I'll use these channel locks and these needle nose pliers to loosen the bolts to lift this toilet. And if I can't loosen the bolts with these pliers, then I have my backup hacksaw to actually saw that bolt off. I'm kind of hoping that I don't need this, but if I do, I have it. I have my sponge here to drain the water out of my tank and the toilet bowl. These gloves and bleach for disinfectant, and my bucket to catch the water. Did I already say my sponge? And this is a cap that I'm going to use to cap off that pipe connecting this toilet. I'm not sure if that's going to be a temporary fix or a permanent fix. I'll need to do a little bit more research when I get to that point. But for now, here's to hoping that all goes well. So here's where the process gets a little more challenging. I wanted to take apart each component of the toilet so it'll be easier to take out. However, some of the screws were easy to remove with channel locks or screwdriver, and some of these old rusted screws were just not budging. This one was easy. This one was not easy to come off. It did not want to come off with the channel locks and needle nose pliers. I ended up using the hacksaw, which I didn't want to use, but it worked. I sawed at it and sawed at it until I started to make an indentation on the screw, and eventually it broke off. Here I am trying to go back in thinking I'm going to finish the job off with the saw, and to my surprise, the screw or bolt, it broke off in my hand, which was a pleasant surprise. So I thought I was going to have that same great fortune with screwing this bolt off with my hacksaw, but no such luck. I ended up having to leave the toilet pretty much together in one unit and trying to remove the entire toilet as one piece. So the next phase of my toilet removal, some of these screws didn't come off, and I'm tired of dealing with them, and I realized that I can actually move this toilet now. See, it moves around. So with that in mind, my biggest concern right now is what's under this toilet. So I'm preparing for that surprise with a can of Raid, and I have a handy dandy mixture here to combat any surprises or unwanted surprises. And I also found my DeWalt box for my miter saw. I'm going to slide the toilet in here. I've opened the front of it, so I'm going to put this on the floor and then slide the toilet in here, and then that way I won't need too much help trying to drag it out. I'll use these handles as leverage to pull it on out to a location where somebody else can dump it. Okay, I'm kind of out of breath now.
Unfortunately, my 4-inch ring or cap did not fit this pipe. I'm not sure what you call it, the way it was. So I had to make a temporary fix that is definitely, I think, advised against doing. But I stuffed a rag inside the opening and sprayed it real good with some bug spray, and this is just my temporary fix.